Hey everybody, it's Katie and it's Sunday, so that means it's time for another episode of Girl on Fire. Today, I have with me Lesfic author McGee Mathews. Say hi.
Hey, everybody.
So we're gonna do some homemade sauces today for you guys, and I'm gonna let her tell you about them. So tell me, who made these, and how did you hear about them? And
Well, if you read my second book, there's a character in there that starts a restaurant
uh-huh,
with a friend of hers.
I
And
remember you telling me about that.
yes, and the person that in that book is based on a friend of mine, and
Uh-huh.
he has a barbecue business, and he got all bashful and didn't want me talking about him online too much. So I
What?
know I couldn't believe it. So anyway, so
Oh, was that the
I
one you
know.
originally talked about?
Yes. So I got some backup barbecue from the barbecue place up the street too, and sent some of that to you, so we would have some
Okay.
that would be good. But yeah, the Carolina mustard is
This
you've
everybody.
heard,
She
yeah,
sent
you've
me a
heard. Well,
huge bottle
yes,
of it.
yes. If
Huge
you're gonna
bottle.
have, what if you like it? You might need
Well,
more.
yeah, of
So,
course.
but
I
yeah,
put this shit on everything. I put
it's
hot sauce on everything.
there you go.
And
Well, that's
then we
pretty
have
mild.
a red sauce too, everybody.
Yes,
So
this has got the H on it for hot. I have some. This is their sweet heat. It's kind of a little darker. It's got a
uh-huh.
little more molassesy kind of. I guess I don't know
Uh-huh.
anything about. My daughter's in culinary school. You know, I can't tell salt from cayenne pepper when I'm cooking.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
she's like, "What do you think? Do we need more ginger?" I'm like, "Just ginger in this." I don't know.
Well, I fancy myself a pretty good cook too. I don't know anything about culinary school, but
Tell you what, I don't. Yeah.
I don't suck in the
Yeah,
kitchen.
well, yeah, I probably suck. Yeah, I
Huh.
probably suck. Yeah, so my wife cooks good. There's no reason for me to. So this honey sauce is good. It's a honey mustard. Have you heard of Calabash chicken?
Yes.
Yes, that's from the Carolina coast, and so
Well,
this
yeah,
is the
I
kind
used to
of
live in
this
North
is oh, well, there
Carolina.
you go. So this is the kind of this yellow mustard is the kind of stuff. Mm, mm,
Yeah. What was
mm,
it was the name of a restaurant that used to
mm-hmm,
sell it.
mm-hmm.
What is the name of that restaurant?
I always go to Fats to get it around here.
Fats
Mm-hmm.
Cafe. Is it
Fats,
Fats?
yep.
Yeah, I
It's
used to love their place.
FATZ, and they had that
Yes.
Kalabash finger strip about this long, and
Yes, I remember
mhm,
them. They had
mhm.
some good chicken. Yes, I remember that. They had good
Yes, so
sides and stuff too. And the
yeah, so that
biscuits. Oh,
yes, but they got small now, and they got the poppy seeds aren't as good, and they
really?
changed their. They used to be, they were the size of your hand. Now they, you know,
Well, yeah.
everything's
Progress
always.
sucks sometimes.
It does suck sometimes, so I might just eat this. This is what I always eat. It's the yellow
Oh
sauce.
my God, I can't wait to taste this now. Oh, look at that. So who ended up you got a backup barbecue person. You want to tell us anything
I
about
did,
that?
yeah. It's called Three Little Pigs. Everything around here's got a little pig something, and it's a barbecue
Uh-huh.
place. And theirs didn't have to be refrigerated. I was really worried about killing Katie with some toxic,
Oh my God. Yeah.
you know what
So
I'm saying?
everybody, this is the mustard sauce. I can't wait to taste it. I love
It's
like
so
mustard-based sauces. I really dig some of the Caribbean sauces that have mustard in them. In fact, they're some of my favorite. So I can't wait to taste this. I'm expecting a lot of flavor. So
it's
here
really good.
goes. Oh man, that's good.
Hmm.
That is good. That is very tasty. Oh, it's got a little kick at the end.
Hmm.
Just a little twang at
Just a
the end.
little. And I don't know what
Yeah.
that is because I don't know.
Me either. I can't tell what it is, but it's very flavorful.
Hmm.
You taste the mustard, but it's not that overwhelming mustardy taste because
Hmm.
it's mixed well with some other spices and stuff. This is really good. This
Hmm.
would be good on pork.
Yeah, that's what I'm eating it on.
Hmm.
I'm usually a vegetarian, tell you the truth, but pork is my downfall, so I can't help
I
myself.
haven't had meat since the end of March.
Okay, see,
I've
well,
had
see.
shrimp. I've had shrimp and tuna. That's about it.
Mhm. Well, they call that a fish vegetarian. They got a name for it, but I can't remember what it's the
A pescatarian,
pesca, yeah, something.
pescatarian,
Yeah,
something like
pesca,
that.
something like that. Something like that.
Something like
Yes.
that. I'm sure somebody
Hmm.
will correct me.
I'm
But
sure.
this would be good with like some fried shrimp. You can dip it with
Hmm.
the, oh my God. Everybody, this is good. So if
Hmm.
you happen to be in, are you in
I'm in South
Carolina?
Carolina. Yep, we're not too far from Clemson.
If you're in South Carolina and you guys stop by Three Little Pigs, they have some
Mm-hmm.
banging mustard sauce. I'm
Mm-hmm.
telling you, this shit is really good. And you
Mm-hmm.
know, I like the heat, but I'm also all about flavor. So this
Mm-hmm.
is really good. Three Little Pigs, hats off
Mm-hmm.
to you. This is really good. I really like this.
Yep, awesome. All right,
So,
well, my son has come in here with his camera because he knows I'm putting this hot sauce on this pork,
oh my
and
God.
he knows that I barely do the sweet heat without my ears twirling. So he's got the feeling that this is going to come back to get me. I'm not sure he's not wrong, but
Everybody, I got this big tub of
yeah,
the hot sauce.
this is the hot. So
I'm looking forward to it too.
mm,
Mm.
mm.
Oh, I got a little bit on my finger.
I would not pick this. Whew.
It doesn't smell hot.
Mm. My tongue is on fire.
Oh,
It's
got some heat to it.
and
It's
then
not a lot.
after you swallow it, then this flame starts on your tongue.
No, I'm not getting any flames. Not getting any flames.
Telling
Sorry.
you, my mom thought salt and pepper was spicy, so she couldn't hardly eat pepperoni on a pizza. So
You know what I taste? Is it Old Bay?
I don't know.
I taste. This is a really good sauce too. It's not high on the heat at all. In fact, I would probably give it a 4. It gives you some heat afterwards, but it has some very interesting flavors. It's a thicker sauce, but not overly like chunky. But it has this, I can't put my finger on this flavor. It tastes like like Old Bay seasoning, but it could be like a celery salt too. I don't know what the fuck it is, but it's good.
But I'm eating some of this mustard to wash off my tongue.
Oh my goodness. So I'm going to eat the rest of this while you're eating the mustard. See, I can figure out what that is.
There you go.
Mm.
I should have got my daughter to tell me.
Oh, that is good. Oh my God, I'm definitely this is going to be gone in a couple of weeks. I can see that now. I will find shit to put this stuff on.
There you go. Well, we know we didn't kill you that way. So I had all worked out how to do the refrigerator packs and everything. And I just kept getting nervous about the post office and things. And we wouldn't get it on time. And can't be killing off the
Well, now that I open it, I'm definitely going to refrigerate it.
Well, yeah, they said it was either or. I don't know what they put in it that.
Okay. How long does it keep?
I asked them, they said a good long while, which I don't know what that means in Southern exactly, but it's more than a spell and a little less than a good long time.
I don't see this lasting long. My wife she doesn't really like condiments, but she may like the hot sauce. She doesn't do mustard at all. So but she does a little hot sauce here and there on like tacos and stuff like that. So she may like that. And she likes barbecue sauce like on her chicken.
My lips are still burning.
Really? You are a wuss. Because I'm not feeling anything.
I owning it.
I don't feel anything. So now that you're over here burning, tell us about your most recent book that you have out.
I do. This came out August 15th. It's called Keeping Secrets. It's actually the first book that I wrote.
Really?
And I just couldn't get it, locked in. And so I ended up calling GCLS and I didn't take their class. I'm taking it now. But they hooked me up with a mentor. And so Susan Maher sat down. Well, not with me. She's somewhere up north, I guess. I don't even know where she lives, to tell you the truth. But anyway, I sent her the manuscript and she looked at it. She said, well, you can do a couple things here and that'll fix what's broke. She said there's definitely a tooth out of the gear. And then she said, but if you really want to do a deep dive, well, who would turn that down? So I would rewrite a chapter and send it to her and she'd make notes and then I'd do the next one kind of based on what she had. So I was real happy about chapter 30. I didn't have any corrections. So I'm like, hey.
Oh, don't you love it? I get nervous when that happens. So it's just like there was nothing wrong with it. What do you mean there's nothing
What
wrong
do you
with it?
mean?
Did you read
Yeah,
it?
see, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So you
I'm
know that
actually going to
feeling,
be
and
teaching a class for the
are you
GCLS Writing Academy. Yeah.
awesome? Well,
So
I'll
I
be your
think,
student. I'll be good.
yeah, I think in October, I
Okay.
don't know, sometime in the near future, if I remember
All right,
correctly.
awesome. Well,
So it should be
that's the
fun.
yeah. I had some people ask me. They said, "Well, you already wrote some books. Why are you taking the class?" I said, "Well, I'm a biology major to start with, so I barely speak English on a good day, and
Huh.
my grammar is not so bad, but my punctuation makes editors cry. So,
Oh,
we all have
no.
something to learn, and so I
Yes.
might be really good at this and not good at this. So you can always learn more stuff. So
Yes, I
I like
agree.
so I figure, this way they get the experts in each little piece, and then I can
I
take,
agree.
what I need
I
from
don't
them.
know what a comma is.
Well, I use a
I,
lot of them because they're small.
I use them too, and I get Jove Bell used to get on to me about the ellipses. The
Oh,
dot dot dot.
yes.
Why the fuck is this right here? I mean, she's just like, you're using these way too much. This is not what it means. It's not what you think it means. So I have I was like, oh, well, I don't know, but I suck at punctuation. I have a degree in literature, in
Well,
English, and
excellent.
I suck at punctuation. I took classes on the stuff, and once I start writing, I don't really pay attention to all that. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
that's what I had a beta readers for. They'll, put this wherever that's
Mm-hmm.
supposed to go.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So tell us more. So it was your first book. So
It
tell
was
us a
my
little
first
bit
book.
about it.
Yeah. Well, it's historical.
Uh-huh.
You can probably tell from the cover. It's got
Yes.
Abe Lincoln and all that stuff. So it's
Uh-huh.
about the Civil War, and I just kept picturing a character in my mind wearing a uniform, and it was a lady, and she's
Uh-huh.
leaning against the window, riding in a train, thinking, "What in the fuck have I done?
Uh-huh.
This has been this is a bad idea. This was a terrible idea." And then that just kept like 20 years ago. So I'd asked some friends of mine, and my family nurse from 20 years ago ended up doing my medical beta reading for me.
Uh-huh.
And I'd asked her back then, "Would you look at this?" She's like, "Sure," and then didn't write it for 20 years. But that scene never made it in the book. So I just kind of built on uh, how would you get in there? And that was probably the hardest part. And I think to understand how young people are so impulsive and
Mm-hmm.
how something comes across them and their pride gets in the way and they just do a thing. And we all have been there. I think sometimes we get
Mm-hmm.
older, we forget,
Uh-huh.
how these things sort of, yes, your kid, why did you do that? I don't know.
It sounded good at the
It
time.
sounded good at the time, so that's kind of how that goes. So she's my trouble character, and I have her head to Kentucky with her brother
Uh-huh.
to go join the army, and her aunt is a madam at a bordello. So
Oh.
so her dad wants her to go along to keep her brother out of trouble, which of course doesn't work. And they go off, and while she's there, she meets the neighbor next door who is a heiress to a glass company, but she does not know this. So
Oh.
that's the start of their little
So is
romance. And
this like
so
a YA book?
no,
It's
it
they're full.
gets it's some spice in there, and some
Okay.
language. So I
There's
wouldn't,
nothing wrong with
but
spice. There's
yes,
nothing wrong with
that's the
that.
whole point. We
Okay,
got
so
yes, some good.
does she like dress up like a guy or something to get into the
She does. She originally starts off just kind of on a whim. Her brother is a stutterer, and
uh-huh.
it took me a lot of time to find something that keeps you out of the army. That's a ridiculous thing to keep you out of the army,
Oh
but
my God.
you can't go in the army if you stutter.
Oh my God, are you
So
kidding?
I'm not kidding. So I set it up that they would normally, all the local guys would kind of go together. I had my great grandfather and his brothers served together from Indiana. So, but they would, I hear a little dog bark.
Yes.
Mind if
Yes,
I would
those
join
that would
in?
be
And
my pugs in the background.
oh
Yes.
goodness, mine will join in a minute. Move. But anyways, they would kind of join it locally, and then all the local guys would tell the recruiter, well, he stutters, and they get him nervous and they tease him so he doesn't get in. So she thinks
Uh-huh.
if he goes to a different town, the recruiter won't know him and there won't be anybody to rat him out. So she comes up with the idea to pretend to be his little brother to kind of
Okay.
calm him down. Well, then they're short of recruits, and the recruiter starts badgering her, and she gets all mad and
Uh-huh.
signs the line. And then she's worried if she signed what she did, she could go to jail, is what she's afraid of. So
Yeah.
she's thinking, I have to go now. And, you know,
Okay.
some people have said, well, you wouldn't have to. I'm like, well, it would have been a crime. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
so it's not a thing, but I had a lot of research to do, you know, when as you're reading along, you're thinking about different things. And of course, I mean, I have a few relatives that fought on the Confederate side, but the vast majority of my relatives were on the Union side. And so I don't feel proud of them. I'm not embarrassed by them. They did what their
It's a
life,
fact. That's the fact of,
what
yeah.
their life was, you know, so it just is what it was. But, you know, so when you know better, do better, right? So
Yeah, this is true.
hopefully we
This is
continue
true.
to do
Okay,
better.
that sounds like an interesting book. It's been a long time since I read any historical type novels, but I did when I was younger. But I'm, you know, when I have the time to read, I'm rather voracious. So yeah, that sounds interesting. And I like how in fact, I've never read an historical lesbian romance.
Huh, well, there you go. We'll get you hooked now.
Okay, okay. So this is gonna be interesting. Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm intrigued now. I was like,
Excellent.
you know, how are they
Right.
gonna do this? This is gonna be weird. So I'm intrigued
Yeah.
now. Okay.
All
So
right,
I'm
cool.
gonna have everybody. I'm gonna have a graphic at the end where you can see her book cover, and I'll put a link in the body of the YouTube description of this session here, so everybody will know where to
Okay,
buy your
great.
book, and they can
Yep.
just actually just click on it, and it'll take them
Awesome.
right to
Awesome.
Amazon.
Yeah, you can get it from Amazon, or you could go to Sapphire Publishing, and I think you save $1.50, 20, I don't know, whatever, if you buy it right
Really?
from their
Okay.
website. So
Well,
you
maybe
might
I'll
could
put
do
the
that.
one from
And
Sapphire
I had
Publishing on
trouble
there.
getting that link to go hot when I was sending you the stuff. But yeah, if you
Okay.
go onto Sapphire's webpage, and they have a little section down at the end that says types of books, so you hit on historical, and then it'll drive you to where you can buy
Okay. Cool.
the
Cool. I'll
different
definitely
books.
check
So
it out.
yeah,
Okay.
appreciate
So
you.
that book sounds, I don't know about everybody else, but that sounds interesting to me. I like different, and that sounds different. So I'm into that.
Well,
So
thank you.
speaking of different, I've been staring at your shirt, mesmerized. I'm like looking at watermelon,
I know. See, yeah,
flamingos.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know what other else is on there, but what's going on with the shirt?
Well, a couple things. The first thing is I've always wore crazy shirts, and it kind of pisses me off that those boogaloo booger boys, whatever the hell they
Oh
are
yeah.
wearing the damn Hawaiian shirts. I'm like, you are not taking my freaking Hawaiian shirt. I'm gonna own that son of a bitch, and you taking my shirt from me.
Reappropriate,
So
as
that
they
was kind of,
say.
I'm taking it back. So I bought some
Yes.
new ones, and I was worn because I played bass in a band, and I would always I get stage fright, you know, so I'd be, you know, like playing, and so I wouldn't hardly move, and so if my shirt was busy, it looked like I was.
It will give the appearance. So what kind of band was it? Was it like a jazz type thing?
Well, I tell you what, I played French horn all through school, which there's very little demand for in rock bands. So I played in a pop 40 band through college and after college for a while. And then I had a guy I worked with at a garage, and he kept getting me to come see his band. I'm like, I can't stand country music, y'all. I cannot do this. So finally I go one day, we're drinking beer and we're jamming. His bass player's like having trouble. I'm like, can I play a minute? And they fired him after I left. I felt horrible. I said, you can't fire him. I won't take the job. That's terrible. I'm not. He said, nope. He took all his equipment. He went home. He's mad. And you showed him up. He didn't like a girl showing him up. I'm like,
Oh my God. Man. Man,
So,
seriously.
yeah,
Oh my God.
then I didn't feel bad. So I went from a band where you had to play every note on the chart just as it was written to one where I said, well, do you have music? Yeah, it's in G. I'm like, well, that ain't music. So I had to learn how to. So now I can watch somebody play, and I can tell by the way they hold all their fingers what I need to play to go with it. So
Really? I used to play the trombone back in junior high, as they used to call it.
Sure.
And I used to be really good at reading music. Now I can't read a lick of it.
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
You got to use it, or I think it'd come back to you if you started.
Maybe, but it's just like all that Spanish I took 4 years of Spanish in high school, and I was in college for almost 5 years. I took it for almost 5 years. Can't speak a lick.
Oh my.
Can't think anything. And I was like, wow, that's just
Just sucked
Well,
out of your brain.
I got the credit. I mean,
That's,
what can you say? I got the credit. So
yep,
it
yep, for sure.
happens.
Yep,
Y-
yep, for
So
sure.
are you working on something new now or?
I am. I actually have something that's going to come out December 1st.
Oh my.
So I write a lot of things all at once. It kind of suits my mood. When I'm in a bad mood, I kill somebody off and go, can't
Yeah.
do that. It's romance. Take that out, you know.
Uh-huh.
So I have a project that I might be plotting this one. I might be beta reading in this one. And, you know, so they're all kind of different stages and they just all kind of clump together for some reason. So this next book was kind of on the back shelf and I had a conversation with Annette Morey. I don't know if you have spoken with her
I'm
before.
familiar.
She
Yes.
is a hoot and a half. Anyway,
Yeah, she's actually coming on the show pretty soon.
awesome. Well, you will laugh your honey off. I tell her she's got to have a mojito for him. So, anyways, she was saying, well, I'm, you know, trying to read all this stuff. I said, well, I got something I put together a few words on, but I'm never going to do anything with it if you want to read it. So I said it to her and she said, you got to finish this book. I mean, it's not really a romance. I mean, kind of there's romance in there, but it's a little darker. It talks about mental health issues, you know, so it's not.
So it's kind of angst, kind of angsty.
There's some, you know, it's definitely a Kleenex book. I mean, it has a happy ending, you know, but.
Well, of course.
I mean, you know, yeah, for me, yeah, I gotta have a happy ending in there. You know, the girl gets the girl, you know.
Yes.
So.
So are you? Would you categorize all your books as romance, or do you do like a little You did a historical. Do you do like? Do you dip in other genres?
I have not yet. I actually think I'm pretty funny, but my books don't really come across as funny.
You are. You're hilarious. You're very charming. Yeah.
Well, thank you for that. Goodness. So yeah. So I haven't quite. You know, in my mind, I want to write a rom-com, but then all that, you know, write what hurts thing echoes in my head, and this dark, you know, painful things start coming out. So maybe it's therapy. I don't know, but I love a mystery. I love a cozy mystery. I love all of the, you know, the Rita Mae Brown with her little, you know, sneaky pie and all that stuff. Love that. Could never figure out who it was. I'd be at the end, you know. So I don't know. I could write one.
I hear they're very, very difficult to write.
I mean, you know, it's got to be easier with computers because you can go back and you know, you don't have to retype it every dang time. But you know, still, like to think up all that and who else is your red herrings and all, I don't know if I can do that. So I definitely love that genre. So I like a little suspense, little mystery going on.
Yeah, so, there's nothing wrong with that. Well, I tell you what, it's been a blast. When your book comes out in December, you should come back.
Well, I just might, and I'll find something hotter. I'll send you some Texas Pete, you know, because that comes from South Carolina.
Yes, I do. I do know that.
I thought you might.
Definitely.
I thought you might. So yeah, awesome.
Okay. Well, thank you. So this has been Girl on Fire, and thank you for McGee Mathews for joining me. And next up, actually, is Ann Shade. So that should be an interesting show. We actually have 3 hot sauces we're going to do, and I'm going to wait to reveal them until we actually have the show. Nice. So that should be something interesting as well. So we had 2 today, and I'm going to have 3 next time. So that'll be fun.
I sure appreciate you, Kim.
Yes, it's been fun.
I'm supposed to call you KD first thing I do is call you.
Oh, it's okay. My gosh, everybody knows what my name is.
Just to say, you know.
Okay. So. Well, thank you for joining me.
Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Okay. And goodbye, everybody. I'll see you next time.